What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So we're gonna do a video outside today. It's a nice day out here. You can hear the birds, you can see everything in the background here. So we're gonna talk about the evolution of marksmanship over a nice little morning cup of coffee. And I kind of started like this. Is I got a comment on a video the other day. As this, the video when I was teaching people how to use, how to properly use 1911, because there's a lot of people just honestly don't know much about it. And I had a kind of a weird comment from a dude that basically posts nothing but video games and stuff like that, which obviously means, it kind of gives you one of those little things that you're like, yeah, another one of these dudes. But it was kind of funny because he's like, well, according to the history of of 1911s, no one ever taught the thumbs forward method when shooting, and that's only for competition only. And I'm kind of looking at, I was kind of looked at the comment. I'm like, not once in the video did I mention the fact not once in the video did I mention that, they preach the thumbs forward method. As a matter of fact, the 1911 method at the time was a one-handed method. And he was talking about this video I saw Vietnam era. And I was like, yeah, I've seen that same video. That wasn't Vietnam. That was a World War II video you were watching out and then getting ready to World War II. And now that's how they taught the 1911 through World War I and World War II, just to let you know about how they were doing the one-handed and then they kind of squat down and jump down. And it was the point with their finger and point it at the target and then shoot, because 1911s at the times had some really shitty sights. If you don't believe me, just take a look at the old 1911s, the original 1911s and 1911 A1s. They had some really shitty sights. Once again, the basis of the pistol at the time was if your rifle goes down and you're within spitting distance, you have a quick option that you can go to and shoot them really quick, take them down to the ground, take them out of the fight completely. So that's the whole reason behind it. So they didn't really focus too much on the sights or anything like that. So they had some really crappy sights that were on it. But even then, it was taught that you kept the thumb on the safety, because in 1911, your thumb's supposed to be riding on the safety, so you accidentally don't knock the safety up or anything like that. But this guy was just going on and on about it. He's like, oh, your thumb's forward, all this stuff. I'm like, dude, I never once said anything about the thumbs forward method. I'm like, however, it is tested and proven that today in modern day teachings that when the thumbs forward, when the thumbs forward shooting, that basically what that does is that actually helps with the recoil management. It really majorly helps with the recoil management. What thumbs forward is when you're holding the gun, you have this thumb against the frame right here, and you have this thumb kind of resting right there on it. Or in 1911, this thumb would be on the safety. Thumbs forward helps with the recoil management. Big time, like seriously helps with the recoil management. And then he said, well, the military doesn't teach thumbs forward. I'm like, and then I'm like, that's when I'm like, all right, dude. I'm like, all right, dude. So it's like this. You are trying to tell a dude that was kind of trained by the military to use the thumbs forward method that the military doesn't teach thumbs forward method. Goodbye. So, I blocked the guy because it's just none of those internet internet experts, that spends way too many times playing video games and watching TV and stuff like that. But it got me thinking about doing a video about the evolution of shooting and what it's turned into. And it's kind of funny because when you think about it, it's like when you look back, in the 1800s and stuff like that, pistols at the time were considered one-handed guns, 100% one-handed guns. You shoot it with one hand. You have the old single action revolvers. That, believe it or not, a lot of people actually carry two. The reason behind it is because in order to unload it, you have to pull out the breech. You have to punch out one round at a time. So the sooner they get out, they drop the next one and they go to the next one. They actually knew how to shoot both-handed. A lot of them were actually shoot both right-handed and left-handed, believe it or not, because they could have the two guns that they can go to really quick. And some were just, had two guns on the same side. And it was funny because, up until, I'm going to say recent times, literally up until, I don't know, what do you say? Let's say 70s or 80s, maybe 60s. Shooting was always a one-handed thing. When it comes to pistols, it's always a one-handed thing. I don't even know the exact date when it actually became that. But if you just look all the way up, even including through the Vietnam era, in 1911, or revolvers, whatever it was, it's kind of a one-handed method that everyone was teaching. Later on, it started learning. People had you more support. You have more, more meat on the pistol. Actually at the time with the two-handed, they were talking about the teacup method. That was that fancy this one, because they didn't really know much about it. That really doesn't do anything for recoil whatsoever. It really doesn't do anything for recoil. But they didn't, it was just like when it very first started with the whole two hands on the pistol. And then it evolved to various methods, to the revolver with the crossing thumbs back here, which makes sense if you're going to be using the hammer for the offhand. All right, it absolutely does. It makes sense when you're using hammer for the offhand. And some people think it feels better because it puts like support back here, so they use that method. But it doesn't really work for semi-automatics because, well, it hurts when a semi-automatic has a slide that kind of cycles backwards and stuff like that. So I still see people, old revolver shooters, that go with semi-automatic, and I keep reminding them, put your thumb forward, put your thumb forward, don't cross your fingers in the back. And I tell them about 3 times, and if they still don't do it after 3 times, I let them find out what happens when that slide goes back and their thumb's back here. You know, it gives a nice little cut. I got little band-aids for them in case they need it. Just saying. But then there's the method that's actually still used in competition shooting, which is you basically turn your body completely sideways and one-handed, and you put your hand in your pocket. You know, that's actually a way that people shot guns for years. I mean, that's how they pulled out holster. They just do it like that, or as fast as they could, coming up and down. And just through the years, it's progressed with training and you know, experience in combat and stuff like that to the two-handed thumbs forward method. And it's just from time and time proven again that two-handed thumbs forward method, just for some reason, it just is what it is. It gives better recoil management than any other grip that you can hold on it. Just 100%. If you have the proper pressure points, it gives you better recoil management, which is proper pressure points. Is you're going to put it over here. You're going to be pulling it this way with this hand. All right, so if you're on the grip, you're pulling it this hand with this one, and this one you're coming over this way, and you're pulling it back, okay? That's why I say you pull it back, and you have the thumbs forward, just like that. And it really helps reduce muzzle flip big time. I mean, it can go from a flip like this to like almost nothing. We have 9mm. That's how some people, when they're shooting the 9mm, it just looks like the slide's moving sometimes. That's because they're using the solid grip, the thumbs forward method. So when it comes to the evolution of actually shooting firearms and stuff like that, it really has progressed to a place where it is now. But people keep forgetting today that what pistols were basically designed for. People continue to forget today what pistols were designed for. That's for last resort. Your rifle goes down, you pull out your pistol, and you go, and you take them out of the fight quickly. And that's what they were designed for. But a lot of people think that, you know, even from the get-go, it was all about distance and tactics and stuff like that, and it just wasn't. It just really wasn't. But it has evolved over time. It's a very good platform, and it works, and it's been working for years. So anyway, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about it when it comes to evolution of shooting. It's more like the evolution of grip when it comes to shooting and stuff like that. And you know, I'm actually going to do a couple of videos about, so you know, kind of, I guess I'll do this the evolution week. How's that sound now? So it went from you being simply crappy iron sights where you're simply pointing your finger in the direction of the actual target and you're shooting using your finger as your reference points with really crappy sights, to basically just pointing the pistol up, same thing, time of point shooting up close to the person and hitting a target really close, to actually starting to focus on the front sight tip, and they actually make better sights, so you could actually have better sight picture, sight alignment, to now they have like fiber optic sights and stuff like that, or they have optics, you know, electric optics that supposedly help with marksmanship. And I'm going to do that video this week too, and that's not true. All right, so it's just a cool thing you can put on your gun. Anyway, guys, that's the video I'm going to be covering today. So it's just about, you know, the evolution of grip, evolution of marksmanship. You know, it's changing. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Remember, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.